Hi there, Gary Korb here with another excellent fan mail question. This question comes from Kyle in Louisville, Kentucky, who writes, I retrohale when I smoke, and afterwards my nose sometimes feels dry and stuffy, or sometimes I get a sinus headache. What do you recommend I do to get some relief? Okay, Kyle, let me start by saying that if your condition is persistent or chronic, you really should see a good ENT or ear, nose, and throat specialist so you can get an accurate diagnosis. Now that said, if this only happens occasionally, there are a few things you can do to help prevent nose issues. Now, retrohaling, or passing smoke through the nose, is another way cigar smokers pick up flavors that may not be evident on the palate. But even if you don't retrohale, smoke still manages to find its way into your nostrils. Smoke is made up of tiny little particles that can irritate the nose and eyes. Of course, it affects everyone differently, but because the smoke particles do get up into the soft tissues of your nose and sinus, some healthy periodic cleansing will help keep the tissues moist and may even help prevent sinusitis. So, let's get to some of the things you can do to keep that olfactory in satisfactory condition. Harvard Medical School's Men's Health Watch website recommends drinking plenty of water. Now, water is great for a lot of things, and good hydration helps keep mucus loose. They also say drinking hot liquids like coffee or tea also helps loosen mucus. Over-the-counter decongestants or sinus medications with pseudoephedrine or phenylephrine, they'll help, but they're used mostly for pain. Avoid antihistamines. They are made for allergies and runny noses, and they will actually thicken the mucus, making it harder to drain, and you really got problems. Now, one of the best ways and safest ways to keep your nostrils happy is to use a saline solution like the ones I've got here. There are several ways to use them, and depending on your condition, some work better than others. Okay, the popular nasal sprays, like for sinus, they're good for pain, but they really only work on a temporary basis. And what I don't like about these is that once they run out in terms of their time period, it could be 4 hours, 12 hours, you're even more stuffy. So this is not a good solution for keeping your sinuses clean. The Benzodrex nasal inhaler, this is kind of like a dry solution. It's almost like smelling salts. It's very strong, and you can feel it, get up in there in your sinus, but again, it's only temporary. It doesn't really work very effectively because it's dry. Next, we have the Saline Spray. This is really popular. It's just a saline solution, and what's nice about it is because it's wet, like the inside of your nose, and you just take off the cap and press your nose and spray it up there, one at each nostril, and it's very, very effective because it kind of flushes those smoke particles out real nicely. Next, we have the Neti Pot. Now, this is for the hardcore, This really gets it clean, and I'll show you why. What you want to do is, it comes with these Saline Rinse packets, and in here is the salts, and you put that in there, and then you must use distilled water. Always use distilled water. You pour the distilled water in as directed, mix it up. You may even want to warm it up a little bit in the microwave for a few seconds, so it's nice. And then what you're going to do is, you're going to put your head to the side and put it in one nostril, and you'll feel it just flush everything out, and then you want to blow your nose and then do it again on the other side. That's really effective. This is the Nasal Wash, which is the simpler solution to the Neti Pot. It basically works the same way, but what it has is, it has a special nozzle here that fits right under the bottom of your nose. You spray it, and it has a lot of force, so you can feel that saline solution go right up in there into the sinuses, and then you switch sides, and when you're done, you blow your nose, get out any remaining mucus, and you're all set. When I smoke at the office, I use a saline spray right after I've had a cigar, which not only flushes out the smoke particles, it preps my nose for the next cigar. You can also do it when you get home from wherever you were smoking, or even before bed. The moral of the story: keep your nose clean. It'll help prevent problems, plus you'll be able to enjoy more of your cigars, and you'll enjoy them longer. So until our next fan mail, happy smokes.